We will pay respect to Buddha by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Yesterday, Dhatu Manasikara Baba is finished. Today we are going to Nawa Sivatika Baba. 9 channel grounds. 9 channel grounds. Nawa is 9. Sivatika here translated channel grounds. It is related to Asubha practice. So, different types of dead body. So, it can be meditation object. So, some are swelling dead body. Some are throwing dead body. So some are bitten by different kinds of animals. So some are different kinds of bones. Bone with the flesh, without flesh, with the sinew, without sinew. So until small pieces of dead body. So after a long time, so dead body become like earth, become small. Be meditation object. So first of all, by seeing those things, you can establish concentration. So it can produce jhana, only first jhana. Cannot get second, third, fourth jhana. So after seeing a dead body, also should see yourself. This body also have this nature. Once life faculty, body heat, and consciousness was gone, this body will be the same as dead body, the same nature. So you should see yourself after seeing a dead body. So it is for concentration practice. So according to commentaries saying, in this Kayanupassana session, there are 14 parts. Anapana, breathing, Iriyabhata, bodily posture, Chatusambhajanya, comprehension or wisdom, Patikula Manasikara, paying attention as a disgusting thing, Dhatu Manasikara, paying attention as a element, Nawa Sivatika, 9 channel ground. Altogether 14 parts. So among 14 or out of 14, only 2 is jhana practice. Which 2? Anapana and patikula. Anapana, breathing and 32 parts. Only 2 can be jhana. So this is session 9 channel ground is a taught for seeing the faults. For seeing the faults. We call it in Bali adinava. So it is similar to dukkha, suffering characteristics. Seeing the faults of a body. So similar to dukkha. But in Visuddhimagga mentioned 10 kinds of dead body. Automaticam, Vinidikam. 10 kinds of dead body means let's say after 2 or 3 days the body becomes swollen. Later start to be formed. So body become brown. So later maybe bats coming out or different kinds of creatures or insects or virus staying in there like that. So 10 kinds of dead body. So if you pay attention, those dead body can produce jhana. So, but here, commentary said, it is a thought for seeing adinava, for seeing a fault of body. So it is to support vipassana. So a little bit different from Visuddhimagga. Anyway, this can be practiced. These can be practiced. So commentaries are saying, according to commentaries are saying, only breathing and 32 parts is for the jhana. This one is for the adinava, for seeing part of body. So similar to characteristic of suffering, dukkha lakkhana. So if you want to continue to vipassana, after seeing that body, after seeing yourself, you can start to practice 4 elements. Then you will practice materialities, 28 materialities. Then you can practice nama, mentality, which is taking rupa as an object. Then you can practice cause and effect. Then you can practice arising and perishing, contemplate as nature, dukkha, anatta. In this way, you can go to vipassana. So, in this Kayanupassana session, there is 32 parts. There is dead body practice. So, these are asubha practice. Asubha practice is recommended for every practitioner to practice from time to time. So because of this, you need to learn 32 parts. Also, you need to read these types of dead bodies, and you need to mark in your mind. So another way of practicing of asubha in this body is there are 9 holes in this body. In Bali, the Buddha used Mahāvana. Mahāvana is big wound or great wound. If you have a wound, so pus, impurity is coming out. If you have a normal wound, if you have injured, so impurities, pus coming out, but it can be cured within a few days if it is normal. But these Mahāvana, great wounds, are very big, very great, cannot be cured the whole life. So you may see eye. So from the eye wax. From the ear wax. So always coming out. Have to clean every day. In the morning, have to wash. Have to brush the teeth. So no hole coming impurities. Every hole, from every hole, impurities coming out always. So you need to learn that. You need to mark in your mind and practice. It is the best medicine to remove or reduce lust, attachment. So there are many small holes. We may call pores. So from those pores also impurities are coming out. Sweat. Some kind of impurities coming out. You may wash your clothes. Then originally it is clean. After associating with this body, so 1 or 2 days later, we have a bad smell. Even in king's body, prince and princess body, so will be the same. All have impurities. So we should mark those things and keep it in mind to reduce lust or attachment. So another thing to reflect is in this body, there are a lot of virus. So according to Vamika Sutta commentary, there are 80,000 types of virus staying in this body. Some are dependent on bone marrow, some are dependent on bone, some are dependent on sinew, some are dependent on flesh, some are dependent on skin. So there are many viruses. They are staying in this body. They relinquish their urine and feces in this body. So they throw their dead body in this body. So within this body, they was born. So they are using this body as a hospital, as a toilet, as their house. So you need to learn those things. You need to reflect Gananga. So it is Asubha practice. So in the Dhammapada, there is one stanza comparing this body with the city. So city we call in Bali Nagara. The definition of Nagara is full of houses. So city is full of houses. So how to make a house? So first of all, you may have irons to tie each other to rise up pillar. Then you may do cement, you may apply cement, then you may do painting, etc. Later you may put this and that in a house to decorate the house. In the same way, this body is raised up with bones tied by sinews. After that, put a flesh. So just the flesh not good to see. After that, covered by skin. So like that, covered by skin. So after that, a bit good to see. So within this city of body, so in there there's a city of a body in the Dhammapada. In the Aneka Jati, comparing this body with the house. So Gaha Karaka, like that. Craving is a house builder. So because of craving, we have this body. If no craving, we will not have this body, like Arahanta. So, yeah, this body is like a house, like a city, built by craving. So, in the city, there are many decorations. So, in the same way, in this body, what kind of thing we have? The nature of aging, sickness, and death. Also, it is done by bones, sinews, flesh, skin. We also still have mana, conceit. Oh, this is me. Do you know about me? You will know one day like that. So, still have a mana, although it is done by some impurities. Next one is also have Mecca. Mecca is depreciation. Depreciation is the opposite of appreciation. So it is a depreciation. No thanks. No thanks means you serve this body very much. Every day have to eat good food. Good food. Please not to be old, not to be hungry, not to have a disease. So, but this body showing in that aura. So more and more ugly. So later we have a broken teeth, white hair, like that. So you put a good food, wearing good clothes, good food you eat, but the next day you see coming out from the body impurities. It is a depreciation. You put a very good one, urine and barnest, special Indonesia food. So in the same way, from the 9 hole, everything coming out, all impurities. In the same way, you're trying to wear good clothes. Good clothes, washing clothes after the wear. After 1 day, 2 days, smells bad. So this is produced by body. So it is also depreciation. So breaking others' work. So no thanks. In the same way, dwelling in place we do. In the same way, good medicine we have to eat. But although we take care a lot, day after day, it is aura, more and more ugly, more and more weak. Finally, we will die like that. So it is a depreciation. So in the city of a body, there is aging, sickness, death, conceit, and depreciation. So you reflect that. So you may be able to remove or reduce attachment, lust. I have to tell about senior Siaro in Myanmar. So one time, his Kapiya told Siaro, some people don't believe some Siaro's teaching. They complain, Siaro. So Siaro said, they complain just now, but I have complained a long time ago. I have complained myself long time ago. So I have complained means that this body is a nature, dukkha, anatta, this body is asubha, foulness, nine holes, impurities always coming out like that. So I have complained this body long time ago, like that. So although other people complain if we don't love our body too much, so we will not pain, we will not have anger. So those people who contemplate in this way can be patient about the weather, food, hungry or thirsty, painful disease, other people's badly saying. So those people can be patient. Because of this, we should complain ourselves as a nature, as a dukkha, anatta, or as a asubha. So if you want to be Siale or bhikkhus, you need to reflect more. You need to reflect more. So girlfriend or boyfriend that you will have is also impurities. Husband and wife is also impurities. The children that you will have, it is also impurities. If so, you may be happy to stay in backward Siale life. So in Indonesia, there are many I heard. So we may need many bhikkhus and siales. So you should reflect more. So Kayanupassana is finished. We will move with Vedananupassana about the feeling. So feeling, citta, dhamma, especially feeling and citta. Citta, Vedananupassana and Cittanupassana is related to nama. Dhammanupassana is related to nama or related to nama rupa, both. So according to vipassana practice, when you start to discern nama mentality, so usually you may start with phassa, contact. So because of touching with the eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind, so the factor phassa is obvious. So you may start with the obvious one, which is a phassa. You can another way is you may start from the citta. Citta is a consciousness taking in the object, gaining in the object. So this is also obvious factor. So you may start with the citta. So among mental factors. Next way to start is Vedana, feeling. So feeling also obvious factor in the body. among mental factors. So you can start with the feeling also. So usually start with the three factors: phassa, contact; citta, consciousness; vedana, feeling. So three things. Here, teaching vedana nupassana and citta nupassana is it is because of obvious factor, I think. So you can start. Phassa is not included. Phassa will go into the Dhammanupassana. So this is a general way from which factor we should start. So phassa, citta, and vedana. Vedananupassana means discerning as vedana in the vedana or in the vedanas. So you should discern vedana as a vedana, not to think me or mine like that. So generally vedana has three types. You can see Sukham vedana, Dukham vedana, Adukha Masukham vedana. Sukham vedana is a happy feeling. Sometimes you may feel happy feeling. So happy feelings is just a happy feeling. Not me, not mine. So Dukham vedana, suffering feeling, feel sad. Adukha Masukha, no suffering, no happy. This is a neutral feeling. So we have always one of a feeling, maybe happy, maybe suffering, or maybe neither happy nor suffering. So happy feelings are obvious, suffering feeling is also obvious. But adukha masukha or ubekha, neither suffering nor happiness. It is gentle. So if it's not happy, not sad, you should know it is a neutral feeling. So in the explanation, there is stone slab. So the animals cross over the stone slab. Go to go and cross stone. So before stone, there is a footprint. After stone slab, there is a footprint. If you see in this way, so the animal stepped on a stone slab, you should know. Because this is I have a footprint, that is I have a footprint. So in the middle, surely animal crossed. Animal surely crossed. Although you cannot see the footprint on a stone, but animal stepped. So you can know with the knowledge. In the same way, Sukha is obvious, Dukkha is obvious, Adukha Masukha is not obvious. So how you can know it is not happy, it is not suffering. If so, it is a neutral feeling. So you should know in this way. So in the Samudana Nikaya, here feeling as a feeling you should know. Also, you can know in some other ways. Suffering feeling you should discern as a suffering. As a suffering. Happiness of feeling, so also you should discern as a suffering. Why? Because of changeable. Now we are healthy and young and strong, but we still need to be worried. Later will be older and older. will be weaker and weaker. So it is changeable. Because of this, if we prepare our appearance, our brother, please take a photo, not to forget before changing. So in the same way, if you have a good food or good environment, very beautiful. So happy. Please take photo or video, record. So before changing. So although we are in good condition, we need to afraid. Because of this, happiness and feeling also to reflect as a suffering. So we may have a suffering. Someone or other people may be happy now, but they also will not last a long time. So everybody have to maintain a good condition, but it cannot. Everyone or everything in the world has a changeable nature. So it is a problem. So every beautiful thing later will be ugly. Every strong one will be weak. In the same way, every youth will be old. So every meeting will be separated. So unavoidable. No one and nothing is exception. So because of this, all the happy feeling to contemplate as a dukkha. How about neutral feeling? Neutral feeling. So according to Sanyutta Nikaya's saying, one of the saying is to reflect as a nature. So it is also impermanent. Neutral also impermanent. Sometimes while we happy again, sometimes while we sad again. So it is something new things. Normally you can do as a nature dukkha anatta. So time is already up. But today is the last day. Usually last day I usually give a long talk. Is it good? Okay. Because if earlier day, if I give a long talk, you will not come next day. But the last day is no problem. Can give, right? Because of this, I need to continue. So it is the way to talk. So next one is Samisang, Niramisang, like that. So Samisa is related to property, related to sensuality. Niramisa is related to, not related to sensuality, related to renunciation. So two things. About this two things, for the some other information, according to Janakābhivaṃsa Sutta. So every feeling, happy or sad or neutral, there are feelings which should be associated, feelings which is not associated, which should not be associated. So have two things, even happiness or sadness or neutral. So if the happiness is related to sensuality, it should not be associated, should not be developed. If the happiness is related to renunciation or related to vipassana, related to jhana, it should be associated, should be developed. Means you should have. In the same way, suffering. If suffering is related to sensuality, you should not have. You should not develop. If suffering is related to renunciation, vipassana, or jhana, so you should have. You should. Meditating in time, you may be pain here and there. Okay. So let it suffer. Continue to sit. So without experiencing those things, you will not have attainments, jhana or vipassana, like that. So it is you shall, although it is a suffering. So happiness feeling can be good feeling. Well, suffering is if a bodily suffering, so it is a result. If a mentally suffering, it is an unwholesome mind. Although it is an unwholesome mind, if it is related to jhana, meditation, renunciation, and no sati, let it suffer. So it is called sevitaba, to be associated. So in the same way, neutral feeling, if it is related to sensualities, so practitioner should not associate, should not have. If related to renunciation, so in the forest, you have a neutral feeling, or suffering feeling, or happy feeling, okay. It is related to renunciation. In the same way, meditating in time, you may be happy, you may be suffer, you may be neutral. It is okay. Let it be. Continue to do. So, if it is related to renunciation, related to vipassana, related to jhana, related to no sati. No sati may mean related to vipassana. I hope quite the same. So, those are to be associated. So, no one will be successful without crossing some suffering. So, about the suffering feeling, in the commentary of that Sutta, Janakābhivaṃsa, so they mentioned about Mahāsatipaṭṭhāna. He practiced meditation, thinking in that within a few days he will get attainment. But every the end of Vasa, he has to cry. Every year he has to cry. In this way, 30 years he didn't get any attainment. Have to cry at the end of every year, at the end of Vasa. But after 30 years, he got attainment. So, because of this, without experiencing some suffering, we may not be successful. So, if you do some important jobs, so some suffering, it is okay. So, you should continue to do that. Although it is some akusala. Crying is akusala. But you need to cry. So it is a sevitaba. Okay. So if you want to continue vipassana. So after discerning Vedana, you should discern the other mental factors which is arising together. In this way, you can discern other mentalities. Then you should discern materialities where mentality arises. So after that, if you want to go to cause and effect, so in the Paticca you may know Vedana. So what is the cause? The cause of Vedana is the feeling, phassa, contact. The cause of phassa is salayatana. The cause of salayatana is namarupa. The cause of namarupa is vijnana. The cause of vijnana is sankhara. The cause of sankhara is avijja. So in this way, you can go to past. So if you want to go to future, so Vedana is the cause of dana. Dana is the cause of upadana. Upadana is the cause of kama bhava or bhava. Bhava is the cause of jadi. Jadi is the cause of jara marana. In this way, you can go to future. So you can go to cause and effect. Then you can practice arising and perishing, contemplate as anicca, dukkha, anatta. If it is matured, you will see nibbana. So this is the way to practice vipassana. Okay. So Vedananupassana is finished. So we should stop here. Okay, we will make a wish and share merit. So now we have the meditation, sila, listening in Dhamma. For those merits, we will make a wish. Also, we will share merit with all beings. Repeat after me. Edawada cha ammehi.
Etawata cha ambi.
Sambadam punya sambadam. Sabe devanumodandu. Sava sambadhi sairiya. Edawada cha ammehi. Sambadam punya sambadam. Sabe devanumodandu. Sava sambadhi sairiya. Edawada cha ammehi. Sambadam punya sambadam. Sabe devanumodandu. Sava sambadhi sairiya. Idame nyadina hodu. Sukhida hundu nyadayo. Idame nyadina hodu. Sukhida hundu nyadayo. Idame nyadina hodu. Sukhida hundu nyadayo. Idame bonyam. Asawakayam. Vahang hodu. Idame bonyam. Nibbanasa. Pacayo. Hodu Mama Bonya Bhagam Sava Sadanam Bhajemi Pesave Me Samam Bonya Bhagam Lavandu Saru Saru Saru